Hello, my name is Sean, and today I'm going to do a video introducing my new idea. Actually, I don't know if it is new, but I think it's an interesting idea. Basically, I'm hoping to be writing a book soon, and I was going to be blogging and making videos and posting them up of the progression and the stages and talking about how the actual writing process for me personally goes. Obviously everyone does it differently, and hopefully I can encourage people who are like me, and also I can encourage people that are just can't really make that first step. Hopefully this will be a collaborative thing with the audience, if there is an audience, but my project, I am hoping to be writing a book basically, and for the purpose of plagiarism and copyright and etc. I'm just for the moment going to be calling it Project R. Project R is an idea that I had a couple of years ago, and basically I've been since then making notes, getting ideas, sort of not really making any coherent plot line or any coherent ideas until the past couple of months, where I've been making solid notes and joining everything up together and hopefully making it into something that is going to give me a launch pad into writing this. And I've already done prologue, which is probably going to be edited about 1,500 times anyway, so don't know why I did that. But firstly, this video is going to be me saying how I plan to write as opposed to writing itself. Oh dear. First off, I came up with the idea of having a fantasy book a couple of years ago, and this was an amalgamation of me being a fan of fantasy and science fiction ever since I was a young kid. I was there with Harry Potter. That just opened up the world of fandom for me by reading and also watching for me, because primarily I was a media student, so I did get a lot of ideas for film and TV as well as books. And basically that's so far where my writing experience comes from. I've written scripts for my media production courses from college and university. Even though there is a big difference between writing for a novel and writing a TV script or a film script, there is still aspects that you can take from that and adapt. It reassures you from the off that you have some idea of how it's going to go. So basically I started off with having the idea for the world. What I was going to set it, was it going to be one continent, was it going to be an entire world? And because I wanted to be quite modest with this, I decided to create an entire world. This is a basic map. It has changed since doing this, and it also will probably be changing again. This map of a particular town, and I've got several sections numbered, and then I have an index with the actual plot. I've got short sentences for significant moments that I want to happen, followed by an arrow which means what will come after. By no means set in stone, but it's a nice start. I've written stuff in hard copy in pen and pencil, so I can easily omit it, and it's always good to use pencil because obviously, especially if you're not sure about an idea, if you don't think it's going to work, if you want an aspect of that idea to definitely for certain fit into your story, put it in pencil, because you can change the details and keep the essence of that aspect that you wanted in there. And that's definitely something I would suggest if you were going to plan stuff like I do, or in a similar way, do it in a form of hard copy. The cogs started to turn into fitting a story into this world, and also making this world fit into a nice story and to make it something that you want to read. Everyone does it differently. I mean, I would plan this quite meticulously, and I have been doing so. And obviously this is how I work, and I'm not dictating to you this is how you should work. If I write down stuff in as much detail as I can provide, that leaves my mind clearer to think, okay, what comes next? Because I have that on paper and I can refer to it in as much detail as I've put down. I don't necessarily have to recall it from memory, because then I know myself and I get confused and I will get ideas mixed up with other ones and they will become just a mess. A mess in my mind will give me writer's block, and yes, I've got that in the past when writing scripts, but it's really something that I'm hoping to avoid when it comes down to writing this book. Again, I'm not trying to dictate how you should do this. This is what I want this video blog to be. So I want this to be a collaborative effort, people to suggest to me things and I want to suggest stuff to people, and that is how we grow, we communicate and we enjoy each other's company. Even though it is online, it is a company, it's a band of writers or creative people, or well, it doesn't specifically have to come down to writing. This could be about art, or it could be about painting or photography or actual filmmaking or anything that is deemed creative. I did start writing this book in fact a couple of months ago, and my laptop absolutely died, so I've had to get a new one, and I'm still waiting for the old one to be recovered, and hopefully the files will be recovered, and if so, that's fantastic, and then I can start talking to you about the beginning of my plans and how that has actually turned out with the beginning of the book, because they're not the same, and I think there'll be an interesting aspect to discuss. Thank you for watching. Hope I haven't bored you too much, and so obviously comment or message me, and hopefully the collaboration that could potentially be started turns into something really good, and I really hope so. I'm surprisingly optimistic about that, which isn't me. So thank you for watching again, and have a good day, evening, or whatever.